Today is gonna be an epic day. Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hollow Thrills back with another video, and today, that is right, we are here at Epic Universe for our annual Passholder Preview. Yeah, I have been avoiding so much stuff here about this park to try to keep myself surprised, and the reveal for the Kronos was insane. I love it already, and we just getting in the park. I will say, before we get anything though, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, and also make sure you're following both Instagram and Twitter. Links are down in the description below. But let's talk a little bit about the park here before we even get in. So, like I said, let's talk about the park. When we were getting in here, I was told numerous times that they weren't going to allow you to use your annual pass for parking here during any of the previews or anything like that. But we pulled up, showed them my pass, and that was basically it. And we went right in. They didn't charge us for anything, so you could still use Prime. You could still use regular parking here with your annual pass. It is still included, so that is awesome that it's not taken off of there and you still get that benefit. But with that out of the way, still seamless walkthrough. We got through security, didn't even have to scan a ticket, just went right in with the face scan. We are good to go, and I'm excited. We're about to walk through the Kronos for the first time. Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams. Here we go. We are walking through our first portal of the day and through the Kronos into Celestial Park. That is immediate chills. Holy crap. Wow. That is an insane reveal. Like, you can still see the Grand Helios past the Kronos, but you do not see the extent of this park until you step through that portal at the beginning. The soundtrack, fabulous. I'm still getting chills as I'm walking through here. This is, wow. That is honestly all I can say. And like, Celestial Park looks gorgeous. I'm already overwhelmed here. I think we're just gonna start off with looking at the main merch store here in the park, which is Otherworld's Mercantile. So we're gonna check that out first and then kind of decide where we wanna go. I think I kinda wanna check out most of Celestial Park first before I even go into any of the other portals. And here we are, our very first look at the main store here for Epic Universe. You know, I'm not gonna show off everything in here just because that would take way too long. But we're just gonna point off some stuff that I think is just really cool, like this Mario Kart popcorn bucket. Super cool. But yeah, I'm gonna take a walk around here, check out this entire store, and just kind of show off stuff every so often. But just, wow. So we have the Toothless backpack here, Toothless hoodie, and our Toothless onesie with the little hood on it. Is adorable. We have so much Isle of Berk and How to Train Your Dragon stuff in this store. I'm interested to see if there's different stuff that's actually in the section of the park itself compared to in this store, but I mean, this stuff is still awesome. I'm a Viking. Love these backpacks that they have here for each of the different houses. Love those. I actually really like the green one. Unfortunately, I'm not Slytherin. I'm Gryffindor, but just love the selection that they have here. And here's what we've all been waiting for. The Dark Universe section. Oh, yeah. I love the Wolfman flasks, the Dracula flasks. We got mugs for everybody. We got t-shirts for everybody, hats, bags. Each one has their own individual section, and I love it. These are great. So much cool merch. I mean, it is really overwhelming. I'm sorry for being all over the place, but oh my gosh, that bride hat is cool. That's awesome. It's super like fuzzy. And I think it's reversible as well with just a red inside. No, it's not reversible, but the red inside is cool. And we got more stuff for him over here, including the mystery figures, which I will more than likely be purchasing a whole bunch of these to try to get all of them. But look at all of these. I love it. Each of them has their own little like scene. I love the creature one where he's snorkeling. That is awesome. But yeah, the Bitsy Monsters is an awesome series that they have here. Tons more Dark Universe stuff though. Oh my gosh, it is just everywhere you look. Oh, that is really cool. Oh my gosh. I love the Curse of the Werewolf for the roller coaster. That t-shirt, that is awesome. I don't know if they have that in adult sizes, but if they do, I'm probably gonna get that as well. Oh my gosh.
All the Bride of Frankenstein stuff.
Oh my gosh. we have the ears, you have the sweatshirt, the feet, and the hands. You can get a whole look. I found a really cool display piece for Frankenstein Manor. It is made of wood and it is really awesome. It's 3D design, so there's parts that pop out. It is awesome, and they have cups that have the same thing, books that have the same thing. It is, I mean, the merch is phenomenal. There is a Burning Blade Tavern similar sign that I'm looking for, that when I do find it, it's game over because I'm purchasing it. Ooh, here's the mystery pins as well. Once again, anything that's mystery I will be purchasing. Got Gillman, you got the monster, you got Victoria Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, Bride. Of course, love them. And we got other individual ones down here as well. They have the same deal for Wolfman as they do for creatures. They have a t-shirt, they have hands, they have feet, they have a headpiece. Same with Dracula, they have Dracula's cape and his amulet. And then we have one for Frankenstein over here. You got the bolts in his neck. You got a t-shirt for that and a jacket. And then here's Bride as well. That is, I love that. And I believe this is probably part of the costume that you get when you do the full creature makeover. We spent too much time in this, so we're just gonna go quick over the Super Nintendo stuff. We got Mario stuff over here. Donkey Kong Country hats here. Donkey Kong Country shirt. Really cool looking stuff. We got Mario and Luigi hats over there. You have all the way over there, you got your stuff for Toad, as well as a Bowser backpack, which is really cool, and a Bowser hat. But yeah, tons and tons of merch in the store. Like we could do a video in its own on just this store. Oh, there's your Babam hats and Toad hats, and there's Donkey Kong as well. Like I said, tons of merch in here, but we gotta finally move on and start looking at Celestial Park. It's the never-ending store. I completely forgot of the Moonship chocolates with Captain Coco, our Lord and Savior. We love Captain Coco. We are Captain Coco stans here. Okay, so here is Captain Coco. He is one of our mascots here for the whole entirety of Celestial Park. He is part of Moonship Chocolates, which is this beautiful chocolate store here. And basically, he is an original character created specifically for this store, for the park. There are normally supposed to be stuffed animals as well as these backpacks for Captain Coco, but unfortunately the stuffed animals are currently sold out. So, and they don't know when they're gonna come back in stock, but you can still get an awesome Captain Coco backpack if you want. They also have a bunch of chocolate over there, as well as the really awesome fuzzy Captain Coco hat. I love this as well. I love all of this stuff. Oh my gosh, Abby has one on.
He is the moment. He is the icon of this park.
And overlooking us all here in Moonship Chocolates is Captain Coco, of course. And here are all the little treats that you can purchase in here. They have a bunch of macarons, a whole bunch of different flavors, as well as fudge and different truffles. It all looks really delicious, and there's even a whole nother case over here that we can look at. Here's some other like marshmallow treats. Is that a pecan cluster? Ooh, love the cake pops, moon chip chocolate cupcakes. Here's some more of our fudge over here. Chocolate covered pretzels. There's a Cap and Cocoa cookie. A Cap and Cocoa chocolate covered apple. It's blueberry caramel apple. I love that. And a bunch of other stuff down here. That is, everything looks amazing in here. We're gonna get so fat today. All right, we have finally escaped the never-ending store. And we are heading up the left-hand side of Epic Universe here towards the Super Nintendo World as well as Dark Universe. We're gonna skip Super Nintendo World for now, but I think we're gonna head towards Dark Universe. So we were lucky enough to get a walk-up reservation for Atlantic for 2:15 today. We got a late one, got a late lunch. We have reservations for our next stop here in a couple weeks for the Pan-Asian restaurant, the Blue Dragon, but I didn't get one for here, but we finally got one for here. So we are gonna be checking that out a little bit later today. Now, I will say I did forget to mention to you guys, so I had some goals for today. I wanted a couple goals. We'll put them up over here, and that is one right off the bat to getting a reservation for Atlantic. I wanted to get a reservation for Atlantic. I want to ride the coaster, so I want to ride Minecart Madness. I want to ride Stardust Racers. I want to ride the Curse of Werewolf. I also need to get on the Frankenstein Experiment. That is another one that I need to get on today. But other than that, the world is basically our oyster for today. I don't really care what else we get done. As long as I can get those done today, I'll be a happy camper and consider this an absolute win of a day. So with that out of the way though, sorry, let's finally continue on towards Dark Universe. Just thought I'd record the entrance though, so before we even pass it. I mean, it is, the portal for Super Nintendo World is awesome. Like I said, don't think we're gonna get in there today, but if we do, I might at least show it off to you guys a little bit later, because this place is open until 9 for these test rehearsals for the Passholder Preview, so we might check it out later. But we're just gonna continue on. Celestial Park, the Constellation Carousel is off to our right here, and then directly to our left is the Nintendo store. Once again, don't think we're gonna check that out because there's just too much things to check out, and I need to limit myself to what we check out right now. But just past that is Pizza Moon, so we'll take a closer look at that as well. So it is just pizza. They do have 12-inch pizzas here. I have heard, which one is it? There's one that's specifically with it's a ube crust. Where is it? This one, the Pizza Lunare. I have heard that one is very good. Maybe later. I'm not sure. There's a lot of stuff here, man. We gotta get through it. But let's continue on. Okay, we decided we're gonna take a stop here and ride Constellation Carousel. It's a 10-minute wait, so it shouldn't be too long. But I'm excited. It's a carousel, but still, it looks awesome because it's basically they go up and down based on the floor instead of a situation above you. So. Like, it is awesome, man. I'm excited. I mean, just look at this, man. The amount of detail that went into this. You got stars on the floor, constellations on the floor, constellations above us. All the lights are twinkling like little stars. Like, this is really awesome. And there they go. It's so cool. So individual sections of the floor rotate, the whole floor rotates, there's lights on the floor, it is just really cool. We are on a bull, we're getting ready to go. Our first ride ever in Epic Universe is of course a carousel of all things.
Yay!
Whee! We're going around and around. Awesome. I love this. This is so cool. Oh gosh. We're really moving now. It's so cool. We are really high up though. So yeah, that's just a really unique and fun carousel. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say about it. It is a family flat ride here that desperately is needed for any park, and it's just really enjoyable. But with that out of the way, we are walking our way over to Dark Universe, finally. And we picked up our Epic Universe Freestyle Cup here at the park. And this is specifically for the grand opening 2025. I needed to pick one up just so I had one as a memento and a keepsake. But it also allows me to show you the brand new flavors that they have here, specifically in these freestyle machines for only Epic Universe. So here in Epic Universe, if we go up here to the Celestial Spritz, well, let's place a cup first. Go to Celestial Spritz. And yes, we have Celestial Spritz as our specialty flavor. They have it in regular and zero. I'm gonna be getting the zero, and I'll have to tell you guys how it is. All right, here we go. Giving it a try. Kind of hard to really pinpoint what it tastes like. Like citrusy, orangey, but like almost peachy at the same time. It's really interesting. It's just a mixture of a bunch of different kind of fruit flavors. I don't know if I would say it's good or bad. It's just kind of meh. There's so many better options, in my opinion at least. But I do know that I think there is different flavors in each individual land, so we will have to check those out throughout the day. It's alive! It's alive! Yeah, we are finally doing it. Without further delay, let's head in to Dark Universe. And through the portal we go into our first ever land here at Epic Universe. Wow. The effects are great, and then you are immediately transported into Darkmoor. And the amazing score for this section of the park is of course composed by the legendary composer Danny Effelman, who did a lot of stuff for the Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, stuff for Beetlejuice. So it's awesome, and a great way to start off our full day here at Epic Universe, because holy crap. And I have been avoiding seeing any real big spoilers about this area because I wanted to get my first full reaction of it, because it is really cool. And here is the gift shop here, and we're obviously going to go in there first to see some specific merchandise here that is only found in Dark Universe. And right off the bat, we have some really awesome like test tube and vial like shot glasses and cups, as well as an awesome like anatomy sweatshirt and a bunch of stuff for anatomy. Oh, there's a book purse. That's awesome.
They have some little restaurants on the other side.
And these are scrubs. That's interesting that they would have a scrub t-shirt. We have a stein for Burning Blade Tavern here. And it is metal. That is like, it is cast metal. That is awesome. Burning Blade Tavern hats with bottle openers on the bottom. Bottle openers for Burning Blade Tavern. T-shirts for Burning Blade Tavern. Pint glasses for Burning Blade Tavern. There's a crap ton of stuff in here. I'm once again overwhelmed. So here in the back side of the store is actually where you get the makeup done for the monster makeover. It is really cool. Oh, it looks like someone's getting their makeup done back there right now. That is really cool though. We have an awesome like, I don't really know what this is. It looks like a well here in the middle of town. And we have a lady over here playing violin, but also telling us the story of different Universal monsters. Today she's telling us about the Wolfman. And then there it is. That's the money shot right there. Wow. There is Frankenstein Manor, home of Universal Monsters Unchained. The Frankenstein Experiment looks fantastic. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we do have Das Steakhouse over there. Oh, and the Invisible Man is walking around. Hello, sir. We have a 40-minute wait time, so we are heading in. It's gonna be great. I have been avoiding all possible spoilers that I can for this ride, And with a 40-minute wait, I mean, I'm absolutely gonna jump on it here because it's gonna be fantastic and I'm excited to walk in here for the first time. Holy crap. There's just stuff everywhere. Details as far as the eye can see. Wow.
They're all open for a reason. Behind you, it's open for a reason. It's Frankenstein's coats.
Oh wow, yeah, Dr. Frankenstein's coats are in there. It's really cool, and then there's Victoria Frankenstein right there in the middle of the board. Is the Frankenstein family tree. There is Frankenstein 1.0, specimen 1.0, also known as Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. Oh my gosh, yeah, we are in the middle of Victoria's like lab and specimen area. This is wild. We are heading upstairs now. Holy crap. Oh wow. That is awesome. And there's the original OG Dr. Frankenstein. We are in a section regarding Dracula. Oh, hey look, a bat. That is really cool.
I love that his room is mirrors.
And then there's mirrors in here, which is really cool.
Now is the time to abandon hope. I am Igor. My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece. But Igor, I hear you say, where's the fun in that? I agree, you delightful freak. Sadly, this is not that kind of experiment. Look closely. This is a catacombs navigation unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. Use it, Igor steers, nothing goes wrong. Yes? Don't look at that. This is just the emergency engine function. All according to plan. Yes, doctor. The doctor will see you now.
Together, we will finish what my great-grandfather started. They called Henry a monster. They were afraid of what he had done. But you will see. There's nothing to fear. Show them.
At once, doctor.
Lower the lights, quickly. Now. These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing. Better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Call yourself! That wasn't us.
Science creature, I will destroy you and
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors!
Okay, we are storing our stuff in a locker. I will see you guys after the ride. Already though, I'm hyped. So we just got off of Universal Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, and it was posted a 40-minute wait. We waited maybe 25 minutes, so great wait for us at least. And the queue was amazing, the pre-show was amazing, the ride was amazing. I will say, the animatronics, fantastic. The screens, I never thought I would say this about screens at a Universal attraction, but they were great. like super clear, super precise, lots of depth, so it really felt like they were not screens and that was actually part of the set. The set design was great, but I will say one critique that I do have is that there are a lot of black curtains that you do see throughout the attraction, and that there isn't really a lot of theming in certain areas. Or if they would just have put like rock work there instead of just a black curtain, it would have been a bit better and kept you immersed. But I will say, the only way that you can really fix that other than adding that rock work would be to make it darker in those sections, because I felt there were sections that were just too light and you could see those curtains clear as day, and it wasn't like they were off to the side and if you were looking you could see them. No. They were right in front of your face for a couple occasions throughout this. So I will say that's my only issue that I have with it. The story is great, the animatronics are great, everything about it is great, except for that one little caveat that I have there. But I mean, it is a very fun attraction and is probably one of, if not the best dark ride here in probably the state of Florida. I could say that possibly. We have yet to ride Battle of Ministry, so people are saying that one's good as well, but we'll see. But as of right now, this is taking the cake. Here is the Curse of the Werewolf roller coaster. We're gonna head over towards Burning Blade, but if we see the entrance for Curse of the Werewolf, we might hop on to see how it is based on the wait. As we were walking over towards the Burning Blade Tavern, we found this little stand here next to the mansion, Frankenstein Manor, and this is where we have our cinnamon bread for this land and for this park. It's the Frankenstein pretzel, but then we also have the warm-hearted cinnamon bites. Yeah, that's delicious. And also at this stand is where we can get our new flavor, Screaming Berry. And this is specifically in the Dark Universe section. Ooh, that is violently red. All right, here we go. Screaming Berry, our number 2 out of the set of specialty drinks here. Ooh. Abby said she didn't like this. I actually really enjoy this. I like this way better than the other one. It actually tastes like something. It kind of tastes like strawberry and pomegranate, maybe. No, I really like that. I'm gonna have to disagree with her, but that's, Screaming Berry to me is better. And here is the Burning Blade Tavern. They have a separate bar section as well as the actual restaurant. We have yet to see it catch fire. I don't know how often it does it, but yeah, the entrance for the actual restaurant is right there, and the entrance to the bar is off here to the side. Whoa! That was really cool and well worth the wait to be able to see that. That was awesome. And here is the entrance for Curse of Werewolf. 25-minute wait. We will probably get in line for that shortly. But look at the entrance of it, man. Look at that awesome, like, symbol and, like, facade entrance. I love that. That is awesome looking. Okay, we are almost at the front, but look at this station. There's an unload platform back there, so they are running 2 trains, which is great. And I love the hole through the ceiling that looks like it is nighttime out. That is awesome. Curse of Werewolf is exactly what it should be. It is a super fun, a little bit thrilling family coaster, honestly. I would say it is probably just above something like the Flight of the Hippogriff. Is something that's a little bit more thrilling than that, because you add that spinning, you add a little bit of the launches. The werewolves, although are static statues, I was really hoping that they were going to be actual moving animatronics like the ones in the ride, like the actual Frankenstein experiment, Monster Unchained, but I digress. Still super fun, kind of basic ending though for the station. I will say I would prefer something a little bit more elaborate, but I mean, as far as the coaster goes, it is very, very fun. I am interested when it is actually nighttime to see the projections on these like mesh screens, because I did hear that there are projections on them during the nighttime, so maybe we'll have to get a ride back on it, or at least stop back by later tonight. So other than that though, like I said, super fun coaster, but we have about 15 minutes, 20 minutes until we are reservation at Atlantis, so we're gonna head over there now. On our way over to Atlantis, we spotted one of the moving statues here in Celestial Park. They're really interesting walk-around characters. But I do find it super interesting that they have these in the park. And definitely a walk-around character you normally don't see, but it does add to the ambiance of Celestial Park. We are here at Atlantic. We are walking inside. It's a heavy door. Oh, okay, this is the bar area here. That is awesome. And it is very cool in here. I like it because it is hot outside. And here we are. We don't have our table just yet, so we're just still up here in the bar area. We're a little bit early, but I just wanted to take a little quick view of all the fish that are above us and the like awesome view of the lagoon from down there at the seating area. We'll get a closer look at that once we sit down, but just right here in the heart of Celestial Park is this restaurant, and you get awesome views from here. So let's just take a quick look at the menu here. A lot of seafood options here, as obviously is Atlantic, so most of the stuff on the menu is going to be seafood based, and it all looks delicious, and I am starving right now. So we have our corn chowder as our first dish here, and I ordered the blackened grouper sandwich, so I'm excited for that to come out, but let's try this first. Corn chowder was delicious, and now we have our blackened grouper sandwich with the yuzu mustard and fries, of course, but it looks really good, and I'm ready to dig in. And Abby got the grilled salmon with the fingerling potatoes, and it's like a corn, almost like salad, I guess. But it looks really good. Well, she'll have to let us know how it is. All right, so we just finished up our late lunch here over at the Atlantic restaurant here in Epic Universe. Super good, honestly. I have no complaints over it. The fishes, unfortunately, weren't moving for us, but I mean, it's technical rehearsal, so I'll allow it. But I mean, other than that though, the food was delicious. Prices are a bit steep for the portion size, I will say that, but I mean, my grouper was very good. A little bit on the fishy side, but I mean, that's to be expected with that type of fish. Abby, how was your salmon that you had?
Salmon was really good, had a great crunch all the way around, and it came with this like corn salad with like a bacon aioli type thing, and it was really good. And it had fingerling potatoes. Love fingerling potatoes. But yeah, it was overall good. So I would just say, like, yeah, prices are a little steep. Like my Atlantic salmon was $35. I really wanted the lobster roll, but it was $50 basically on the menu, but it has 2 pounds of lobster. So I think next time I want to like get it and like split it, you know, so.
Yeah, but now of course, what better thing to do after a nice lunch than to go ride a roller coaster. So we're back here in Celestial Park, and we're gonna head over and finally get our ride on Stardust Racers. Here we are at Stardust Racers. I just love this angle here because you can look right down the launch tunnel there for both sides. It's just super cool. Up here they come around. It is awesome. There they go. But yeah, we're gonna get in line. I think last time I checked, it said it was like a 20-minute wait, so maybe we can get a ride on both sides. Here we go, still 20-minute wait. Let's try to get a ride on both sides. So in total, we had about, I think, 35, maybe 40 minutes total, and we were able to go on, put our stuff in a locker, go on yellow, get back off, go back on, and ride green. So we rode both sides at least once, and people keep saying to us that the green side is more intense. We rode in the back on both sides, and personally for me, I think yellow, at least for me, felt more intense. It felt like it was a little bit more, had a little bit more giddy up to it. You could definitely feel those trim brakes that they added more on the green side than you could in the yellow. Like I said, I personally feel like yellows felt a bit faster, a bit more whippy. But in general though, the launches are punchy, they are so much fun. They're two-tiered launches, so you like hit that first little bit of launch, and then as you're about to hit the beginning of the like lift up through that tunnel, you get that second launch. It really propels you forward. It is awesome, super fun coaster, and Velocicoaster definitely has some competition as being the best coaster here at Universal. It's really good, and I'm excited to get some more rides on it in the future, and maybe even get a couple of night rides on it tonight. We, my friends, have dragons. That is right. How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk is where we are going to be heading next in our adventures, and it's actually our second portal that we're heading through today. And there are a couple rides that we want to get in here, as well as a show, so we'll have to see if we can get in both of those. But look at that. Here we go, being transported to the Isle of Berk. Here we are. And holy crap. Wow. This looks fantastic. It looks better than any video or picture I could imagine. I mean, in person, it's way different than seeing it online. It is fabulous. I mean, the detail is just immaculate. I cannot wait to see. Maybe a dragon will fly overhead at some point today. I'm not sure, but hopefully we're here to see it. But like I said, we have the coaster here to ride. We have the Hiccups Wing Gliders over there to ride. And then there's the Untrainable Dragon show somewhere in that direction, of course, as well as possibly Fire Drill. We're not sure yet. So the next show is at 5 o'clock, so we have about an hour. So we're gonna get on Hiccups Wing Gliders first, which says it is currently 45 minutes. So we're gonna get in line. And this is our last coaster here. Oh no, we have one more, sorry. We have Minecart Madness, but this is our last one that we'll probably get on today. I'm not sure though. But let's head in. Ooh. Loving the queue so far. So Hiccups Wing Gliders went down a couple times while we were waiting in line. So it was a bit longer of a wait. It ended up being like a 55-minute wait. So not terrible, but also not great at the same time, because we are now racing against the clock to get to the 5 o'clock Untrainable Dragon show. Hopefully they let us in. It's about 2 minutes till, so we're rushing over there. But Hiccups Wing Gliders was super fun. An awesome launch family coaster. Has front ways, back ways sections. It's really fun, and there was great theming on it. I loved the under the bridge next to the water section with the mist. It was really, really something. It was a really enjoyable coaster. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But sorry for cutting you guys off here short, but we got to get in for Untrainable Dragon. Well, so it looks like a lot of the shows today have been canceled, because we asked the cast members at the front, because it is blocked off right now. And they said, yeah, a lot of the shows have been canceled, so they do have one more show planned for today, and they're hoping that it can happen at 5:45, but they are not sure as of yet if it's going to happen. So I guess we'll just kind of chill around and hope that they can give us some info in a little bit. Here's the entrance for the Toothless and Hiccup meet and greet. It's 60 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about that. We can look at him from a distance, though. He's just vibing over there. But there they are, nonetheless. Hiccup and Toothless. Awesome. Wish I could see him maybe a little bit later, though. Ooh, we found a very frosty-looking dragon. Super cool. Man, I just love the animatronics they have in this park. I think he's supposed to, like, launch ice or snow out. I don't know when he does it, but... Uh-oh. Maybe it's soon? Oh, there it is. Well, we waited for a little bit until the 5:45 show, and unfortunately it looks like that is also canceled. So they did not have a show today for the Untrainable Dragon. So that is one off our list that we can mark as not happening today, unfortunately. But there are a couple more rides here in the Isle of Berk. I don't know if I'm planning on doing them. I'm not sure yet, but I do kind of want to get on Minecart Madness over in Nintendo World, so maybe we'll head over there. But we are gonna get some food in here, in Burke here, before we head out. Well, the plan was to ride Fire Drill today, but I don't know if I want to get wet today. Maybe on one of our other days, but I think we're gonna skip that today. But it does look really awesome. Maybe we'll definitely have to check it out in another day when we come. All right, we stopped at Hooligan's Grog and Gruel because we're getting the viral mac and cheese cones. And we're getting the PB&J, the pork, bacon, and jam mac and cheese cone. That looks delicious. I'm excited for it. Abby and I are gonna split it, but let's give it a try. And there it is, our PB&J mac and cheese inside what looks like a hollowed out half a sandwich. That's interesting, but it looks delicious. I guess let's give it a try. Well, that was delicious. It really was. I will say, I feel like splitting it between two people, that wasn't really nearly as filling as I thought it would be, or worth the money, to be honest. But I mean, it was still pretty good. Unfortunately, while we were eating that, we attempted our third attempt at getting a virtual queue for Ministry, and unfortunately, did not happen. They literally they showed up for a split second and then immediately disappeared. So. I guess we aren't getting on there today, but we will go over there now, just to at least see the area and maybe check out the show that's there, because I've heard that show is pretty cool. But yeah, I guess let's just head over to the Harry Potter section. For in dreams we enter a world that is entirely our own. Here is the portal for the brand new Harry Potter section here in Epic Universe. One of the last sections that we have to check out. We have this and Nintendo World. Now we've checked out every single section, but like I said, we're basically going in here just to check out the area. We don't have a virtual queue, and I believe all the show is out of show times for today, so we're literally just going in here to check it out. But this area is supposed to be themed to France, so should be pretty cool, to be honest. And by the way, scale is massive here. There's the scale is insane of how big things are compared to like the Harry Potter in the other two parks. Like this scale looks huge. So here is the area for what would have been the show that we could have seen today, but unfortunately it's closed. I think they're either out of shows or never had shows today. But over there is the entrance to the ride, so I guess we can just check that out maybe. Yep, here it is. The attraction entrance for the Ministry of Magic. Like I said, they are completely out of virtual queues for today. All of them have been sent out between 11, 3, and 6. So like I said, we missed out on it. We have a couple other opportunities on 2 other days that we have tickets for, so we'll give it another try, but unfortunately we won't be able to check out the inside of there today. Is the moon cow.
They purposely put you behind glass so I won't touch you.
Exactly. I want a pet. Let me pet. No? You don't want me to pet? Can I pet?
I can fit him in the car, it's fine. We'll just take him.
Hi. I'm gonna theme park nerd out for a second here, but this is a perfect use of forced perspective. Like, that is as good as it gets. Like, obviously that's not the correct size of those, but from down here, that looks perfect. But we're looking for I think it's like a Quidditch pub. There's something that says Quidditch there, so maybe it's somewhere around here. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, it's the pastry shop from it's the pastry shop from Fantastic Beasts. There's the Demi Geese, there's the Rhino, there's the Niffler, there's the Akame. That's adorable. I love these. Okay, so we found the bar that we were looking for. It's over here, right next to the elevator down to the Ministry. But yeah, there's a decent line, so we're not gonna wait in that because we don't feel like actually getting a drink. We just wanted to see it. but I can try to take a closer look. Yeah, it's just a small little pub in there. Nothing too extravagant. They have like your normal stuff in there. I think there is like 1 or 2 specialty drinks that aren't in other sections of the park. All right, we exited the Harry Potter section. We're just looking at the little lagoon here with the fountains going off on it as we make our way over across the park to Super Nintendo World. Just love this little like seating area that they have here. It is amazing, and the fountains are awesome. But then directly behind us is the Helios Grand Hotel, which also is a marvel in its own. With the bar all the way up at the top there, where you can get a drink and look out over the park. It's really a sight to behold, and I would eventually like to stay in there, but it's a bit too rich for my blood, so probably gonna pass on it, at least for the next couple of years. Now this is the entrance to the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant. It does not look like it was open at all today, but we do have reservations in June to come back and check it out. So we definitely will need to make a video for you guys for that, to tell you how it is, because the menu, at least online, looks delicious. Okay, our last land to explore, Super Nintendo World. Now we already have been through the warp pipe one time before over in Hollywood, but this land is drastically bigger than theirs, so it's a little bit different, and there are 2 rides that we will definitely be trying to get on today. Those being Minecart Madness and Yoshi's Adventure. But we are heading up the escalator into Super Nintendo World. And here we are. I'm gonna pick one of these and I'm gonna jump into it, and that's how it works, right? We just jump into them and they're in the land. No, you just walk straight and then you're into the land. Holy crap, yeah, this is much larger than Hollywood. Holy crap. All right, well. Yeah, there is a ton of stuff here. Ton of stuff everywhere, including the challenges with the power-up bands, Toadstool Cafe, and then there's even the Donkey Kong Country section. But over there is where the Mario Kart challenge is, and then you can see Yoshi's Adventure over there, but we gotta try to figure out where to go for that. Hey! Woo! The Mario Bros have joined us. But over here, we found the entrance to Yoshi's Adventure, so we're gonna get in line. All right, well, it now jumped up to 25 minutes, so we're still gonna do it, but it's a little bit longer than we were anticipating. Oh look, there's Toadette. But love the queue here. That is awesome. That is really cool. We have made it. We're about to get into our Yoshi. Here we go. Yay! We got on our red Yoshi. We have our buttons. We said we're looking for glowing eggs. If we see an egg, we press a button corresponding to the color. Oh man, I love this though. This is awesome. This is a little chill, relaxing ride here throughout the area, and you can get a nice view of some things in the park. Whoa! It's Baby Mario! Oh, we got an egg. It's blue. Yay! Yo, why is his tongue so big? Oh, look, it's Baby Peach! It's the last egg that we're looking for. There we go. We got all 3 eggs collected now. Ah, spiky guy! He's gonna kill us. But there's our last red egg. Yo. Tag yourself. That's me. Yoshi's Adventure, super short, fun ride. But honestly, I was enjoying just the experience of it, and it added a little bit of an extra level to a normal like Omni-Mover style attraction like that with the egg hunting, so it was super fun. But now we are heading into Donkey Kong Country because we got one more ride to get here, and then we're basically just gonna get food, and that will be the end of our day. And we have made it into Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, this is awesome. I love every part of this, man. Now, Donkey Kong is supposed to meet, I believe, over there, but it is later in the day, so he probably is already done with his times for the day. But Minecart Madness, like I said, is what we are looking for. Oh, there it goes. Whee! But yeah, well, I'm excited to get a ride on that. There it is, Minecart Madness, and it does say 85-minute wait. Single rider is open, so we might give that a try. Now, I will say, due to the single rider line, we might miss a lot of the actual like cool parts of the queue, but if I see anything, I'll show it. Hey, look, it's Cranky Kong. That's awesome. 70 minutes into the single rider line, and we are right here. So close, but yet so far. Okay, well, it ended up actually being an 85-minute wait after all, regardless, with single rider or not. I will say that is an incredibly rough ride. I now have a headache. Well, I had a headache, but now it's even worse. So, I don't know if I can really rate that one as being great. I mean, the theming is awesome, but yeah, overall the coaster is just painfully jarring and rough. Not a fun time on that one, but we did get through basically everything that we wanted to do today, except for the Untrainable Dragon show. But I mean, here's the list of stuff that we want to do and marked off what we actually got to do. So I'd consider that an absolute win. We have about 30 minutes left in the day. We might be able to get on something if we want to prior to the end of the day. Maybe Stardust Racers, but that's kind of on the opposite side of the park. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, wow. Look at all the lights from the portals converging there into the middle of the park here. Like, this is awesome, all these lights. Holy crap, but we're gonna actually try to make our way over back into Darkmoor to see Dark Universe as it was intended. You know, dark. But there should be some cool projection effects, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Curse of Werewolf, and we might get in line again to ride that. And here is that Dark Universe portal at night with the beam to the sky. We're heading in. It looks fabulous at night. Igor is back on the prowl, up here in the very front. But we're continuing on though. Holy crap. Yeah, this is exactly how this land was intended to be at night. It looks fabulous. Holy crap. Well, like I said, we are looking for the Curse of Werewolf to see how that looks at night. Well, I'm kind of disappointed. I saw video and picture proof of it happening. Maybe it's just because it's test rehearsal that they're not actually doing the projections on these scrims at night. I don't know, but they're supposed to be projections on these of like wolves running next to you, and I do not see them. So I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. Okay, despite my disappointment, we walked all the way over here anyways, so we're gonna do a night ride on it anyways, because how often are we gonna be able to get night rides and stuff? Because it doesn't look like the park hours are gonna be changing anytime soon. Curse of Werewolf is fun and all, but we're here for the main event, the main attraction, right before we can leave. We're back here for the cinnamon bread. And there they are. They're more like cinnamon donut holes, but it still looks delicious. I'm gonna try them and give you guys some feedback and let you know how they are. Well, we are currently walking around Celestial Park now. The park is officially closed. It is past 9 o'clock now, but we're just kind of soaking in the evening just ambiance of this park. I did get some merch, and I will show you guys that in maybe a later short. I won't include it in this video, but we did get some merch. But yeah, this park is just, it's so beautiful at night, and it pains me that the normal park hours as of right now are set to 9 o'clock, because you literally get 1 hour of basically being able to do night rides and enjoy this park in its full entirety at night. So it is a bit upsetting, but nonetheless, we're still gonna try to enjoy it and walk around before we can leave. Well, we had an absolute marathon of a day here at Epic Universe for our very first time here at the park for annual Passholder Previews. I am so appreciative if you guys stuck around all this time for this video. I really would appreciate if you would drop a like and also comment down below. Are you excited to see this park? Have you already seen this park? What are your opinions of Epic Universe? I'd like to know down in the comments below. But as always, I'm Michael from ArthurItis, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you're out of here. See you guys next time.